Hello everybody, Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw! And I've wanted to talk about this Pokemon's movesets for a little while. If you don't want this spoiled, run away. This is not maybe the all-rounder you think it is. This is not the all-rounder you think it is. But spoilers ahead, we have a moveset leaked for the next Pokemon coming to Unite. You still here? Okay, cool. Let's talk about Tyranitar and their moveset. I was actually waiting on this information because I saw it maybe a couple days ago, last week or so, and I was hoping to get some footage of this Pokemon very soon, but I'd like to talk about this because there's some cool stuff here with its moveset, and I wanted to go over it with you all. The video you're watching in the background is just a little me playing a Slowbro match recently. I think Slowbro is insane. I'm using 2 stacking items and a focus band, so Cookie, Specs, and a focus band in that video. All right, let's talk about Tyranitar. So its passive abilities are Guts, Shed Skin, then Sand Stream. One of these is insane. So Guts, early on, when the Pokemon receives a certain amount of damage, its attack increases for a short time. The ability goes on cooldown after it's triggered. Cool, fine. Shed Skin, when the Pokemon receives a certain amount of damage, all of its status conditions are nullified. There are so many Pokemon that seems to just nullify status conditions all of a sudden. All of its status conditions are nullified and it is granted a shield. The ability goes on cooldown after it's triggered. Then Sand Stream summons a sandstorm around the Pokemon for a short time after it uses a move. This increases the Pokemon's defense and special defense and deals damage to nearby opposing Pokemon. I believe the number that I've seen for this is by 65%. I don't have that in front of me, but this just seems awesome. This is my favorite part maybe of what I've seen for this Pokemon is Sandstream. Its basic attack is boosted, dealing increased damage when it hits, when it gets to a boosted attack. Its abilities, or its moves I should say, Bite. Deals damage to an opposing Pokemon in front of the user. If the opposing Pokemon's HP is below a set percentage, I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know if it's, below 50%, below 30%, who knows? Or it's falls below a set percentage as a result of using this move, they become unable to move for a short time. So just a nice little stun that you can get if the enemy is low. That can be upgraded to Dark Pulse, has the user exhale a mist of darkness in a horizontal sweeping motion, dealing damage to any just so you guys know, it's a little sweeping, horizontal sweeping, dealing damage to any Pokemon it hits. If the remaining HP of an opposing Pokemon hit by this move falls below a set percentage, the Pokemon becomes unable to move for a short time. So again, another nice stun, and given that it hits in a sweeping motion, I'm guessing you could have multiple stuns with something like this. So this could be used to do some insane damage or some insane stuns in a big team fight. This could be very mean. If this move hits an opposing Pokemon again within a set amount of time, it deals additional damage. So I have to wonder how that works, what the cooldown is, how this might be able to be re-triggered. If this move is used while the user's piercing strength has been increased by ancient power, the user can ignore opposing Pokemon's defense and shield effects for a longer duration. So we'll get to that here in a minute. Its upgrade reduces this move's cooldown here. Ancient Power charges power before releasing a shockwave. The shockwave deals damage to nearby opposing Pokemon and leaves them unable to act for a short time. While charging power, the user's movement speed increases, it gains a shield, and it becomes resistant to hindrances. Because why not? If any opposing Pokemon are hit by this shockwave, the user's piercing strength increases, allowing it to ignore opposing Pokemon's defense and shield effects for a set time. If this move hits an opposing Pokemon, the user can release a second shockwave in front of itself, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon and decreasing their movement speed for a short time. If this second shockwave hits successfully, by the way, the longer something gets, the more powerful they want it to be. If the second shockwave hits successfully, the user's granted another shield. So we've got vibes of sort of continuing to stay healthy and alive, a little Zarina aspect there. The strength of the shield is proportional to the number of opposing Pokemon hit by the second shockwave. reaching a maximum shield strength of, I'm not sure, if blank amount of Pokemon are hit. I mean, it's very possible that this could be, again, just this crazy team fight situation. The upgrade here strengthens the effect of shields granted by this move. Ancient Power sounds pretty freaking cool. Let's go to Rock Polish now. Rock Polish, the other early move, I believe, has the user charge ahead in a designated direction, dealing damage to any opposing Pokemon it hits. If this move hits an opposing Pokemon, the user's attack is increased for a short time. Stone Edge deals damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect, dealing more damage the closer the opposing Pokemon are to the user. This move has 3 charges. The upgrade increases damage dealt by this move. So that's it's a pretty interesting move, and it's a charge move, which can go one of 2 ways. It can be not enough or way too much. It's really hard to balance charges, I feel like. So that could be a very cool move, Stone Edge. The other option here, Sand Tomb. Has the user move in the designated direction in a single bound, dealing damage to any opposing Pokemon it hits while leaping and leaving them unable to act for a short time, so another stun. When the user lands, the shock from landing creates a cloud of dust at the point of impact that deals damage over time and decreases the move speed of opposing Pokemon within the area of effect. So a nice little leap in assassination here. If the move is used again while the user is in that cloud of dust, opposing Pokemon in front of the user will be pulled closer to it. I assume very similar to Mamoswine's Earthquake. Furthermore, while the user's in the cloud of dust, it takes reduced damage and can ignore defense and it can ignore defense, I'll get through it, and shield effects of opposing Pokemon. The upgrade here increases the length of time the cloud of dust remains at the point of impact. So this is really interesting because this is seemingly very, very powerful, but I won't know until you actually get to play with it how it feels, but it feels like an incredible way to jump onto an enemy and KO them and set up an awesome KO on maybe even more enemies on the opposing team. Its Unite move, Tyrannical Rampage, has the user explode with anger and go on a rampage, increasing its move speed for a short time. If the user is affected by a hindrance, it will return to normal faster than usual. While the user is rampaging, its basic attack pattern changes, and the attacks deal increased damage. If the HP of an opposing Pokemon hit by these basic attacks is below a set percentage, it is immediately knocked out. So yeah, okay. What do I think about this? You know, there's a character in Smite, Thanos, I want to say, that had its ultimate move was basically a crazy execute. This is different from that. I'm sure this is more similar to a character from another game, but this just reminds me of that. You could set up the craziest executes with that character, and this one is really weird. The weirdest thing about this is this feels like it really stops Pokemon like Blissey from healing your team over and over again, because again, if your health is under a certain threshold, boom, that's a KO. Shields don't matter. I think this is a really, really powerful Unite, but all of it still remains to be seen. Again, I originally wanted to wait until we saw some footage, but at this point, I just wanted to talk about these moves. The thing I'm most excited about is Sandstream. I think Sandstream is so incredibly cool. I would love to hear what you think in the comments, what you think your favorite moveset for this is going to be. I'm very, very excited about it. Let me know. I love you. I hope this match has ended by this point, and I think it has. I love you. I'll see y'all next time. Mwah.